perfect Sunday. Only blue is we looked happy, but I was going through, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nico Blitz, and we are back at it like a bad habit. This is Behind This Beat Philippines. We got my good friend, my longtime friend since 2019. Shouts out to the one, the only, the pop star, Tiana Kocher in the building. What up, Tiana?
Hi.
Damn, came through with the pizzazz. What's up, my friend? How are you?
Life is good. We are doing things. We're trying to make things work. You know,
Okay.
same old. I feel like the life of an independent artist is just like so, you know.
You know what? It's very up and down, and that's, I mean, life of an independent artist, life of just life in general. You know, you got to go through the ups and downs.
Yeah.
You, however, you've been riding the ups and the downs like very well. You know, I think last time I spoke to you was back in 2020. You had your record with Sage the Gemini. Now you're back with Up to You, which sounds amazing, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. I know I am grateful for people to also see like the growth when it comes to my artistry and my writing and just me, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I look the same, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in a very good place, and I'm just excited to keep going.
Well, let's talk about this place you're currently in, and we also got to understand like where you were. So since 2020, you know, how'd the pandemic treat you?
I was home during the pandemic, so I had a lot of downtime. And I was just really churning out release after release after release, and just trying to, because I had so much in my vault that I kind of ran out. Like after like May 2021, I was like, dang, okay, like I gotta write stuff again. So you know, that downtime, like I was like resting a lot, and I took full advantage of the fact that I didn't really have to do anything. I mean, I was doing things, you know what I mean, but like wasn't really doing things because I was just at home, not going out, not seeing people. And so when I got back to LA, like May 2021, I just went straight into writing. Literally got back studio the next day, and I've just been kind of grinding ever since, and just trying to, you know, put out as much as I can while still making sure that the quality is still there, because, you know, I never want to release something that's like half-assed, you know.
Yeah, I hear that, dude. That's that Filipino mentality in you. It's like I could chill for a second, but then I need to keep it pushing.
Literally, I am such a workaholic, and I think I got my work ethic from my mom, because she is just like, I can't even get a hold of her anymore. She's just so busy. Like I can't talk to her.
What does your mom do?
Well, she has this very popular deli line back home, like corned beef.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, talk to me about this, because I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, corned beef and like sausages, and she makes like pastrami, and we have like a cafe. Well, my mom has a cafe.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So you're stocked up on the corned beef for life then.
Oh, for sure. Every morning, corned beef, garlic rice, egg.
Oh my God. You were eating the immaculate Filipino breakfast.
Yes, 100%.
That's the best stuff, dude. Like, so my girlfriend's Mexican, so she's been putting me on a whole bunch of like, you know, like Mexican breakfasts, all right? Like chilaquiles, for example. But then like it's crazy when I introduce stuff like corned beef or Spam, and it's like, I've never had this before. I'm like, how have you never had this before?
Elite. Like, I don't understand why people shit on Spam. Like, I love it.
What would you say is like your top Filipino food? And matter of fact, Spam isn't even Filipino food, but we're gonna consider it Filipino food just for this conversation.
Yeah. I feel like I have like categories in terms of like breakfast. It's definitely like corned beef or tapa.
Ooh,
Love tapa.
yeah.
Amazing. But in terms of like food, like that you eat for like lunch, dinner with rice and stuff, I mean, you can't go wrong with adobo. You can't. You also can't go wrong with sisig. You can't. And lechon kawale. My goodness.
Dude, you're eating good.
Dude, I'm like salivating right now. I'm just like thinking.
Have you been cooking too? You've been cooking your own food?
I do cook. But surprisingly enough, I don't really cook Filipino food.
Neither do I.
Right. I've just never tried. I mean, breakfast, of course, but I've never tried to make sinigang. I've never tried to make adobo. I don't know. I just like I can't like it just always looks so like time consuming for some reason, and like you gotta like let it simmer for a bit, and I just like I can't wait. Like I need something like I want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because whenever I'm on TikTok, it's like I'll see videos of how to make certain foods, but it's never Filipino food.
Yeah.
Like it's always like Korean food or Japanese food or just like some American food. And I'm just like, okay, well now I know how to make this, but like like the Filipino food TikTok has not made its way to my phone.
It hasn't. I agree. There's a few, but it's always just like recipes that I don't really like. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't really care to eat that. Like afritada or caldereta. Like I'm not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm good off of that. I'm hella good off of that.
Yeah.
What did you end up picking up like any like random, I guess, trades during the pandemic?
Oh, let's see. I got into tie-dyeing because I feel like everybody had like a tie-dye phase.
Okay.
Oh, that was when tie-dye was like popping, you know? Like
it was, yeah.
Like my family and I, we got into tie-dye. I got into making my own like coffee because you know that was when like the Dalgona coffee was like popping, like the whipped coffee. Have you seen that?
I've seen that.
Yeah, so I got like being like barista. That's pretty much it. I wasn't really doing much.
Love that.
It's just I would work out. I would do that often. But other than that, no trades.
Life of a pop star, ladies and gentlemen. You make music, you make some coffee, you work out, you eat some lechon kawale, and you're good to go.
Exactly.
Did you get a chance to go back to the Philippines at all over the past couple of years?
Oh yeah, I went Christmas time 2022 to New Year 2023, and then I just went back for a month in April because it was my mom's birthday, and I like spending April there because it's like the perfect weather if you know for beaches and stuff like that. So yeah.
How'd you spend Christmas over there?
I mean, family, just at home, have dinner, you know, go to mass. I feel like that's a very, very Pinoy thing is go to mass and then Noche Buena and stuff like that.
You participated in the Simbang Gabi?
Actually, no. We don't go to church at midnight because we're eating.
Okay.
We're eating at midnight.
I love that.
So yeah, we pray a little earlier so we can eat the rest of the time.
I love that. How would you compare? So, you know, there's a lot of Filipino Americans who have never been to the Philippines, especially during that time because it's so damn expensive just to get there, right?
It really is. But if you book 6 months in advance, it's not that bad.
Dude, that's what my grandparents do. They will book like by February, they're already gonna book their November trip, and then they're there from November all the way through February.
Yeah.
But so, you know, when I ended up going there when I was younger, right, especially during like Christmas, New Year's time, dude, it was, first of all, the weather was perfect, right?
Yeah.
The food was good. Like lomi was everywhere. And especially for New Year's, it was like music playing everywhere, gunshots just firing in the air. Do you have like a similar Do you have like a similar type of situation when it comes to like Christmas and New Year's back home for you?
Oh, it's just so festive. And anybody that asks me, I'm like, there's 3 places in the world that you have to experience Christmas at least once, and that's New York, London, and I think the Philippines. Just because everybody is just so jolly, everyone's just so happy. Like there's always fireworks going on, and it's just like everybody. I don't know what it is about Christmas there specifically, but everybody is just happy to celebrate it no matter what they have. Like people are just grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
If you were to, okay, I have a question now. So the balikbayan box, it's a massive tradition in the Philippines, right? Especially when you're in America, you always want to send stuff back home.
Yeah.
If you were to create a balikbayan box for your loved ones right now, what are 3 things that you would put in it for sure?
3 things that I would put in it. You know what? It's got to be opposite because I want them to send me stuff. But if there were things that I would take over there, I feel like it would be, let's see. I mean, I would say like personal care stuff. So like shampoos and like stock up on the stuff in Costco. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to like hygiene stuff, like I would do that. But in terms of like food and snacks, I prefer Filipino snacks. So like I don't even know what I would bring. I'm trying to think. Oh, I do know. I would send a few like cases of Celsius because I am a fully fledged Celsius girly.
By the way, this is not an ad. Tiana just messes with Celsius.
It's not an ad, but there's nothing similar to Celsius over there. The only like they would have like Monster and like Red Bull and stuff like that, but they don't have Celsius. So I would send some of that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think the funniest thing it was when we had sent over a balikbayan box back to my family's province, right? And like normally it's just like old shirts that you don't wear, old pieces of clothing, which are still in very good tact. I'm not gonna send them a shirt with like a hole in the armpit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not gonna do that. So one of the funniest things was my sister went to this middle school called Epiphany. And so walking around, sometimes there's extra shirts, and not only do you give it to your family, but then some of these shirts are given to just like the locals. And I had seen a couple locals around with just like Epiphany shirts, and I'm just like, okay, do you even know what that school is?
I know. I mean, thrifting there, like if you go to like the ukay, you just find some gems.
Wait. Let's rewind. Ukay. I don't know that word.
Ukay. That's like kind of what you'd call like a thrift store. So like just like a resale, like old stuff. Like, but you find some gems. There's like really good like thrifting. I don't know why, how things end up there, but you find some good stuff and like always like real, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. Well, speaking of old stuff, you got Bobby V on your song.
I did. I know.
Oh my god. Hey, no, but it is fire. I love the fact that 2000s music is resurging the way it is in the 2020s because it sounds like so new.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I saw Slow It Down just on the track list, I'm like, okay, I kind of have an idea of how this is gonna sound, but you completely blew me out the water with that one, dude. Mm-hmm. Let me just say that it sounds like an original song and I love it. Tell us about how Slow It Down came about, because Bobby V is just one of those R&B singers that have just been, you know what I mean?
I know.
Around.
It originally was just like me. I had no intentions on like having a feature at all. So when I was in the studio working on that song, there were I just like knew. I was like, I have never really sampled or interpolated anything, and I feel like now is the time to do it. So I was just singing over the, you know, the track, the beat, and I had three songs that like fit. It was Slow Down, and it was Lay It Down, like Lloyd.
Okay, yeah.
All my yeah, and then it was Bed, Jay Holiday.
Whoa.
And so those three were just the ones that would like naturally like fit in the cadence and everything. Eventually, after like actually recording it, we decided, the producer, co-writer, and I, that Slow Down fit the best, and it would be the easiest to write and to like put it in a girl's point of view. So I have the version where it's just like me the whole way. And so I played it to another producer friend of mine, just because he wanted to like hear what I was up to. And I played Slow It Down, and he was like, "Oh, has Bobby heard that?" And I was like, "No, like nobody, like I don't think so." Like
so casually.
I don't know why would he would hear this? And he was like, "Can you send it to me? I want him to hear it." And then from there, you know, Bobby was like, "Oh, that's dope. I want to hop on it." And that's literally how it happened. And so I'm, you know, super grateful that I was able to do that and not have to like go through like clearance fees and everything. that would have been tough. But you know, I just also wanted to pay homage to the people that I grew up listening to. You know, these people are part of the reason why I make music today. And, you know, if I want to obviously marry, you know, the like old school R&B with the new age, you know, and I want there to be like a nice brainchild out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's literally it.
Yeah, I hear you. Just a nice balance to bringing back the old stuff while giving, you know, new flavor to it. I think we're in a time where people really miss that type of R&B, you know, and I mean, I love it because when you have Summer Walker doing a song with Usher on her song, and it's, you know, it's a remix to one of Usher's old songs, and then you have Slow It Down, Tiana Kocher, Bobby V. I'm just like, I love the fact that the previous generation of R&B stars is working with this newer generation, because it keeps these songs alive.
It really does.
And it really shows how timeless these songs are.
Yeah. And like I said, it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I was so grateful to do it. So
yeah. If you were ever to want to do your own interpolation of another 2000s R&B song, or just, you know, an older song in general, what would another one be?
So I did do another one, and that's gonna come out sometime next year. But a lot of the songs that I like really, really love, like out of all of them, it's always been Rain, SWV, Weak, SWV, and Officially Missing You by Tamia. That's for me one day, you know, and I am just praying to God that I run into them somewhere and be like, "Hey guys, I have an awesome idea." You know? So one day a girl can dream me.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's verbalize this idea right now. Let's get the Tiana Kocher a cappella version of Officially Missing You on Behind This Beat.
Ooh, okay. So all I hear is a raindrop falling on a rooftop. Oh baby, tell me why you've had to go, 'cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you.
Woo! Clap it up, everybody. That was fire, dude.
Thank you.
That was fire. Look at that.
I love Tamia. I really do. She's one of those people where I was like, I just remember the first time I ever heard that song. I was in a car with my mom going to like some dinner, and it just like stuck with me. So it's that song just pulls some strings in my heart all the time. So
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, the question is, are you really Filipino if you don't love Officially Missing You by Tamia?
right. I know. Like, I feel like if there was like, when you become an American, you take a test.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're Filipino and you want to be a Filipino, you should be like, give me 8 bars of Officially Missing You by Tamia.
You need to know. You need to know Officially Missing You. You need to know Lemonade by Jeremy Passion.
Yes. And I also think you need to know Open Arms by Journey. I think that's another
come to you.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
So Tiana, Up to You, that was dropped in August, but how long did you have that title for, and what was the meaning, what was the purpose behind that title for Up to You, your latest EP?
So whenever I come out with projects, I'm not writing with a project in mind. I just write songs as the years progress, because one of those songs, Love You More, it was like written and recorded in 2017. I wasn't even living in LA yet. Yeah. So it kind of just came together because I was like, you know what? It's been 3 years since my last project. I feel like it's time to put out another project. And so I was looking through my catalog of things I had done already, and these 5 songs I think work really well together and is a great representation of where I am in my life. I'm very happy, I'm very content, and I feel like it's just a very bright sounding project in general. And so out of the 5 songs, I just chose Up to You as a title because I want the listeners to I want them to realize, I guess you could say, what this project would mean to them. It's kind of like in your court, like the ball's in your court with this. So that's why I ended up going with Up to You. It's not like I didn't want it to be too deep. I didn't want it to be too intense. Do you know what I mean? So it's it's up to you. Yeah.
I love that, because you're basically, the meaning behind it, from what you're saying, the meaning behind it is totally just, it's whatever you take it as, whatever you perceive this project to be is yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess if you were to have you talked about this project to your parents or anybody close to you? Do you have an idea of what they feel like the project's about?
I've never really asked anybody what they think of it. Everybody's just like, girl, I love it. Pop off girly, so much better than your last one. And I'm like, thank you. I try to show the growth and everything, but I never really asked anybody what it meant to them. Oh, I do know that my mom loves Love You More, which is why I put it in the project.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
Favorite song of all.
Especially considering you created that song in 2017.
I was 18.
Oh my God.
I'm 24 now.
Damn, I sound like an old ass dude. I'm 30. Wait. Damn, no. So that means I met you when you were 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I feel old.
Yeah.
That's freaking nuts.
Time flies.
Time does fly. What has led to this, I guess you could say, newfound happiness in your life?
I don't know. I feel like post-COVID, I just weeded out so much in my life. I cleaned house, and I came back to LA, and I just wanted to start new. I'm in a relationship now, obviously very happy. I literally even got a new phone number, because I just it's not that I didn't want to be reachable, but it's just I feel like I'm in a different place now where it's I only want the people in my life now to be able to like reach me. Does that make sense?
So
like,
that's why you ain't respond to my text messages.
Did you text? Sorry,
I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna send you my new number. But I don't know. It's just like I really like cleaned house, and I just feel so much lighter now. And I, obviously went through that phase where it's like, is music it? Am I gonna keep doing this? And I've been writing a lot and just working on my career as a songwriter too, just for other artists, and that's making me really happy. And just kind of being behind the scenes a little bit more and putting together, events and writing camps and stuff like that. And so I just feel like I'm really like finding my place in the industry, and I'm getting the respect and the recognition that I deserve. And I just, I'm really happy with where I'm at, and I'm very grateful for what I've achieved, considering all this has been like independent. And I'm good.
I mean, it's very hard to get lost in the glitz and glamour nowadays, right? So I think the troubling thing that a lot of us see is when a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old just goes crazy, and next thing you know, they're instantaneously like the number one artist in the world for like a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, or whatever, right? And it's these conversations about age that I love talking about with people, and I'm gonna bring it up right now just because I'm 30. You're 24. And so the thing about it is that we get so pressured into believing that we're supposed to make it by we're 18. We're supposed to make it by we're 21. We're supposed to make it by we're 24. But I've come to realize that there's no timeline to when you're supposed to make it.
There isn't. And I am a firm believer that everybody is going to have their moment. It's just a matter of like when. Because, I look through, the people who I've been listening to, and Snow Allegra, Alex Isley, like they're just popping off now within the past like 4 or so years, and they're well into their 30s too. So like, I feel like with music, there's not really, the timeline isn't as like defined. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I mean, there is a little bit of pressure, of course, but I'm not like all the way pressured, because everything that I've achieved, are like the goals that I have set, as an independent artist. Like I've already gotten like over 10 million streams on my music, and that's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm so grateful, to be able to collaborate with the people that I grew up listening, and to be able to write with them, and to have like friends that are like doing the thing, So I'm already so grateful and so blessed to be where I'm at, that I'm like, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I wholeheartedly wish that everybody would have that same mentality that you have, because it sucks when like 21-year-olds are depressed and are like, like my music's not working. It's like, literally give it another decade, give it another 5 years even. Like, I think the issue is that people tend to count themselves out a lot earlier than they should.
And I feel like your 30s now, like I feel like just the way like society and times have changed, like that's kind of like the new 20s, because I feel like people are still kind of figuring things out in their 20s, and like 30s is like when you're doing it, So I'm excited to get old. Like I'm excited to keep growing.
I love that for you, Tiana. Well, the project Up to You, I guess I would flip it and say, if you were able to change anything about your life, and if it was up to you, what would it be?
Okay, I for sure would want to be living in a house. And if there was anything I would change in my life, is that I would have my license. I still don't have it. I'm still Ubering everywhere, but
I thought of a completely different license.
oh no, that's
I don't know if you should be incriminating yourself right now. Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I would change. I would want to be in a house and I'd want to have a car.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Oh my God. Well, Tiana, 2024 is actually about to come up. What are a couple of your New Year's? Yeah. What are a couple of your New Year's resolutions?
Getting a car.
Getting the car in the house.
Getting the car. I been like heavy on the studying. I really have. It's like right there on my bedside. I'm trying to because I gotta get it. I want to be able to drive, so that's obviously up there. And just more music. I mean, as cliche as that sounds, like I really do genuinely love writing, performing, and so I do have a few singles lined up already, and I am just excited to put it out there.
I love that. You're dropping as soon as January hits, huh?
I actually am.
I love it.
I am. I'm filming like the video in like 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
I'm excited. So it'll be fun. 2024, I'm turning 25. 25 is a good year, so I'm excited.
I love that. You're not even scared about the quarter life crisis or anything.
I feel like I already went through that. I feel like that was here. I think that was this year for me. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go be in my late 20s.
Tiana Kocher, aka Baby T, everybody. Where can everybody find you, my friend?
You can find me at Tiana Kocher everywhere, which is same as that at right there. So you could follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever you use, Instagram, TikTok. I don't have Threads. What else? YouTube. X. Oh, for the first time, I actually heard somebody call it X, and I was like, huh? What is X? I still call it Twitter.
I still call it Twitter too, despite Elon Musk.
I know. I've had that same account since I was 12, so of course I'm calling it Twitter. You know what I mean?
The moral of this podcast: age doesn't define anything, ladies and gentlemen.
Age is nothing but a number.
Amen, man.
Hey,
Amen. My name is Nico Blitz. Tiana Kocher in the building. Behind this beat, we are out here, everybody. Peace.